I mean, I lost a brother to alcohol. I've never had a drink in my life because of the fact that I had a brother that had a problem with alcohol. And the car crashes and the kids that get killed by some drunk that's, you know, riding on the road, it's just terrible.
A member of the American globalist ruling class is finally going to prison. His name is Paul Pelosi. He's Nancy Pelosi's husband, and he was booked for a DUI driving sloppy drunk. And now we know how Nancy Pelosi's husband copes with going home to this every day.
In order to open these doors, we do not say open sesame. We say open Biden. That's our magic word. Open Biden. I love it.
Paul Pelosi got drunk, then got in his Porsche and drove across town. He ran a stop sign according to the California Highway Patrol and smashed into another driver who was in his 40s driving a Jeep. Smashed right through that car and then crashed into a wooden fence in the fancy little area of Napa, California, where there's little wooden fences and little barns and a bunch of wineries and vineyards. I mean, it's very nice there. We don't mind it. And we actually don't blame Paul Pelosi for getting completely schmammered. Again, you have to look at his wife and say, oh, man, can you really blame the guy? The Babylon Bee says, Pelosi puts on her angry eyebrows after hearing husband was arrested. So choice. He was arrested by the California State Patrol, and he was booked into the Napa Valley Detention Center overnight because he was so drunk. We don't know what his actual blood alcohol level was. His lawyer says that he was leaving a party of friends, so they must have just hit it hard. Total banger at this party with 82-year-old Paul Pelosi. 82-year-old Paul Pelosi, what does he do for a living? Well, he invests in the stocks in which Nancy Pelosi has oversight on. The criticism of the couple is that they are insider traders. Well, they are absolutely traitors because they're traitors to our nation for using their power and prestige to bankrupt this nation. Nancy Pelosi said, it's really nice to send money to Ukraine. Remember this?
The impact that it is having on food for the world. So when you're home thinking, what is this all about? Just think about when I was hungry, you fed me, in the Gospel of Matthew.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
It is remarkable to listen to Pelosi talk about supporting and clothing those who need clothes and feeding those who are hungry when her home district looks like this.
This is Golden Gate and Hyde in San Francisco's Tenderloin district. It's the West Coast's largest open-air drug market, with street gangs dealing heroin, fentanyl, and meth in plain sight. The homeless encampments stretch across 50 city blocks and continue to spread. While some families are moving out of San Francisco, there's one demographic that continues to move in: the homeless. According to public records, approximately 50% of the homeless have migrated to San Francisco from outside the city.
At the same time, the Pelosis are deeply invested in Google and Apple stock and tons of stocks that have to do with the industry that Nancy Pelosi represents and regulates in Congress. They've been criticized for betting on Alphabet, that's Google, and Apple futures. On May 21st, Paul Pelosi bought 20 call options of Amazon, another Silicon Valley company, and these are the same companies that are having their securities and exchanges critiqued by a committee that Nancy Pelosi runs. Well, what do you know? How is it that Nancy Pelosi and Paul Pelosi are worth hundreds of millions of dollars in their public service? How is that possible? Sure, it seems strange to me that your little taxpayer-funded salary, which is 6 figures, Nancy Pelosi makes $100K plus a year, but that doesn't add up to them owning multiple palatial estates. They own a mansion in San Francisco. They own this Napa Valley vineyard and tons of other properties. Napa Valley vineyard was written off on their taxes, $5 million property. It just doesn't add up. No. The Pelosi's got their wealth from insider trading in the stock market. It should be illegal.
No one is above the law.
They're both traitorous, and at the very least, at least one of them is winding up in jail. We can hope for maybe more of this because they belong there. You shouldn't be allowed to use your public office for your own personal enrichment. That's why we must ban insider trading. We must ban the selling and trading of stocks for the members of Congress and for their families. On this issue, you and me and AOC all agree. Can you believe that? You and me and AOC all on the same side. We must ban the selling and privateering and profiting of insider knowledge that our congressional class uses to get themselves filthy rich in the stock market on industries they regulate. It's sickening. It's a disgusting practice, and Pelosi is the queen of these practices. She's also the queen of making sure that Paul Pelosi is more scared than ever to return home. Pelosi issued a statement saying she's not going to talk about this. It's a private matter. Well, it's not a private matter to the poor American who got completely jackhammered in the middle of the road by a blackout drunk 82-year-old slobbering and sloppily driving all over the lanes because he has to wake up in the morning knowing that Nancy Pelosi is his wife. Boy howdy, that's got to be the worst hangover that ever existed. Thank you so much for watching. Our channel is here for the truth and also to make you smile a little bit in this extreme era of disinformation and misinformation and people trying to control your brain and what happens inside of it. It's so important that we support independent creators like our channel, and we thank you for watching. If you want to check out some more of our videos, we highly encourage that. Please punch the like and subscribe buttons on your screen to support our channel. It's free. And ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you are following along with independent creators who want to keep this place free. God bless you.